You know, she was always like, well, Scott, beggars can't be choosers. Which later in life I realized was just a saying that's been screwing over beggars for years. Right, because beggars have nothing and we don't want to take away their choice? Excuse me, sir, can you spare some change for a sandwich? No. But I do have a can of pickled beets that's been rolling around the trunk of my car for the last 3 weeks, and according to the laws of begging, they are now yours. Take your beets and beat it. Just beat it. Oh, man. This is a great crowd. Round of applause here if you're in a relationship or married right now. Few of you had to be elbowed, that's all right. Single people in the crowd, make some noise. The single people are always loud, because they gotta let other single people know they're there. I'm available. Somebody love me. It's funny, because I've been in a relationship for over 2 years now, but I'd been single for a long time before that. And when you're single for too long, you forget a lot of important stuff about being in a relationship, right? Stuff nobody should forget. I mean, I'm lucky because my girl was there from day one to remind me, you know? Dodged a bullet there. Remind me of important stuff. Stuff like, I need a haircut. I should stop wearing brown pants. I have a beer belly. I should trim my beard. I should grow my beard out. I should work fewer hours. I should make more money. I should be prepared to talk for an hour the second our heads hit the pillow. And that's the one, ladies. That's the one that gets me every time. My girl got me with this one the other day. She said, Scott, if you had 30 days to live, what would you do? My friends, I will tell you what the answer is not. The answer is not try hard drugs. Which I realized quickly after hearing her response of spend as much time with you as possible, reconnect with old friends. I'm like, 30 days to live? Let's see what the big deal is with heroin. The thing I've forgotten the most about relationships, though, is how much time they take. You know, to do properly, a relationship takes time. And don't get me wrong, I love spending time with my girl. But I gotta have time for myself too, or I go a little crazy. So I started finding creative ways to take back the hours. In fact, just the other day, I gave her a present, but I gave it to her through a treasure map. So that she could hunt for it all evening long. She called it romantic. I called it a hockey night in Canada uninterrupted. The thing that's the most recent in my relationship is my girl convinced me that we needed to get a kitty. And she got me with this. She said, Scott, it's easy. You feed it twice a day, you give it fresh water, you don't even have to talk to it. To which I said, wow, imagine if sometimes you were a kitty. You guys found that a lot funnier than she did. Because that is actually the backtracking I had to do to get out of that, was to get a kitty. So I was watching the Flames lose a couple months ago. And halfway through the second period, now my girlfriend was out of the house, so halfway through the second period, I had to pee, so I did the sports fan trick, right? You leave the door open, you do the lean, and you keep your eye on the score. And while I'm doing this ninja move, this kitty jumps into the toilet. Panic hit both of us. Because it's... All the guys in here can agree that if you have to stop peeing instantly, it's not gonna happen. So I'm going right, I'm going left, I'm going right. The old triple D. Mighty Ducks reference for you, Emilio. Anything I can do to avoid this cat And here's the thing, right? Normally this kitty, very agile, cat-like if you will. But on this wet porcelain, he looked more like, remember the scene from Bambi when he's on the ice and he's just belly flopping? It was basically like that. And I got like the feeling that he was enjoying it, because at one point I thought I heard it go, cannonball! So there's toilet water on the floor, on the walls. I've just R. Kelly'd all over my cat. And now I'm focused at the task at hand, right? Which is to remove this frantic feline from the toilet. Now here's the thing, my friends. I am not a germaphobe. But we can all agree that what just took place here is pretty disgusting. So what my genius idea was at this moment is I'm like, you know what will make it less gross? I'll just quickly flush the toilet. All this dirty water will go down. Young lady, the face you're making makes me feel like you would have stopped me had you been there. And I wish you would have. What happened next, I did not see coming. But when I flushed this toilet, the adrenaline in this cat kicked in, and he leapt 2 feet into the air. Mission Impossible turns. Latches onto my shirt. Time kind of stood still at this moment, right? It's a fairly humbling moment in a man's life. Having a cat hang from his shirt covered in his own urine makes you think. And that's when I realized cats are actually a lot like women. They hate golden showers. No. Obviously, that's not my big realization. Can you imagine that's my epiphany? Don't pee on girls. No. What I realized is I spent hours on a treasure map for nothing, because nothing interrupts a hockey game like needing to fish a cat out of a toilet. Also, I think it's the first day in my life wet pussy's ever ruined my evening.